of Chainsaw Man. We're good to go. We certainly are. So anyway, I actually have a read to actually cover chapter 62 of Chainsaw Man. As we know, chapter 61 actually was quite the chapter. Actually kind of didn't very open up a lot about Kishibe's character as well, because again, flip my camera slightly. That's better. So again, we didn't really know much about him, to be honest. He's always been kind of the, he's been a Jiraiya of this whole entire manga. And it kind of comes out of nowhere that him and Twenty actually kind of have a past. And it comes out of nowhere that it's just like, by the way, Makima, like, what? What's going on here? What's going on here? Fujimoto, give me the answers here, boy, because it's all going down, as they say. So yeah, and then we actually kind of ended on this whole entire battle now, so who knows what's going to happen next? I don't. We've got Denji to look after as well, we've got Power as well, we've got Makima, who's now basically anyone. Bra time. Oh, I've been waiting for the bra time. But is it bra time? That's the real question. Is it gonna be bra time? Right, let's put on to actually go live. Believe me, I've been waiting for the breath. Alright, I do believe we're actually good to go. Yes, we certainly are. So, let's begin chapter 62, which actually is called Super Mess. I like the title. Title's good. Oh. I guess what's even more. That might be Kobaya's car as well. Kishibe's out of the picture now, possibly. Oh. So what's the record? What's the record on the amount of panels that characters survive in this? Like, what's the survival rate of characters? Like 2 or 3 panels, I think. Ow. Ah. And there goes Kobaya's car. Poor Kobani. You're good over there, Kobani? My car. My car. Stay back or I'll kill her. Oh yeah? And let Denji go. Damn it. Could you let the girl go for me, sweetheart? I don't want to have I don't have to fight you. You cheater. Oh! It's the boy. It's Bame! Ugh. Ah. Don't touch Lord Chainsaw, you're filthy. That chick's freaking monstrous. We're gonna run for it, Beam. Monster? You damn monster. 20. Mind if I get a rematch? Hmm? Has he always been there? Has he always been in that whole entire panel? Has he always has he always been in that panel and just never realized? He just I know he's been there, but he just turn up. Guess he was there. I guess he was there. Man. That's what happened. I was gonna say, I was like, I was gonna say, like one panel he's not there, and boom, he's there. I was like, huh? When did he come back? And there we go. There's our answer. Dude was just vibing out, and he just came back. A direct hit from you would kill. A direct hit from you would kill me. Your strength isn't human, is it? Hey, should I bust out the chainsaw just in case? Lord Chainsaw, save your blood. Ah! Come on, you klutz. Ow. Oh, the nails. It's the nails, isn't it? Yikes. 0. Yikes, it stepped on a nail. Whoa. Lord Chainsaw? Huh, I think something's got me. You're floating. Amazing. I can't move. Ah, what the? My body's moving into a crucifix position. Oh, shit. Is that... What? Ah! Because Denji was hit 3 times before the end of, like, the second to previous chapter, I think, wasn't he? He was hit 3 times. So that was the 4th time. Isn't it 4 times? And then that happens, basically. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember that it was 3 times. Did she only stab Denji, or did she stab someone else as well? It might have just been Denji, actually. I guess Denji's dead. That's one way to end the whole entire chapter. Your protagonist is actually dead again. Like, what's this, like the 3rd time, I think, at this point? It's like the 3rd time Denji's almost died. This might actually be the time he dies, who knows? He seems very much out of the picture at this point. He seems dead. He seems AO out of there. But man, alright, that was very everyone was just vibing out, and this whole, like, everyone was vibing out in this whole entire, like, in this whole entire area. Everyone was just vibing, and then all hell broke loose. Within this one chapter, it was contained into this one chapter. All that hell broke loose. Like, you had the whole entire thing with the dude coming back. Yeah, then you had Tolkien as well. Boom! Everyone's coming back now. This is basically Anchorman fight scene at this point. I swear to God, this is basically the Anchorman fight scene. And now we've got our protagonist basically dead at this point, unless someone goes in there and saves him again, which might actually be the case. Who knows? What's gonna happen at this point? But yeah, I mean, a very kind of fast-paced chapter, which is more fights than anything else. Do really still appreciate how well this actual manga actually is kind of, what's the word? God, composed. That's the one. Because the fights do actually have energy to them that you actually can. You can visualize the sense of movement in the actual panels, which actually is kind of cool. Like, in essence, a lot of the time, sometimes fights tend to be very static, and at least here you kind of get the sense of movement, the sense of dynamic you actually see in anime. So it's just it's actually kind of cool. And everyone got vibe checked out of that window as well. Kabane's car got vibe checked completely. Kabane's car has been accomplice to murder, and now it's dead. Let's be real. The biggest blunder this whole entire manga actually is let Kabane's car die, because Kabane's car was the MVP. Kabane's car actually saved the goddamn day at some point, even though it was accomplice to murder. But still, it saved the day, even if power couldn't drive the car properly. Poor Kabane. Kabane's basically just a life. Kabane's life is just basically misery at this point. I really do feel sorry for the poor girl. But how she survives? She's just on the thinnest of all threads, and then she snaps, and then boom, all hell breaks loose again. I can imagine. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows what this whole entire dealio is gonna do? Also, very interesting that it's a crucifixion position as well, considering there's been a heavily use of Christianity in this manga so far. So it's actually interesting to see that also, oh goddamn, my brain just fried a second there. Reze, that's the name I was trying to remember. Reze was killed in a very biblical position as well, in a very biblical painting position, and then only for then Denji to kind of get murdered, possibly, in a crucifixion position. What's it mean? What's it mean, Fujimoto? What's it mean, boy? Go to page 1. God, that must have really... Oh, shit. I think you can't actually go too fast on... You can't go too fast on Viz, can you? Oh yeah. Is it cute to say that basically possibly maybe Kishibe and Twensi actually are maybe one of the same in the sense of power level, possibly. We don't really know much about Kishibe, to be honest, in the sense of like in what's the word? In the grand scheme of things as well. Like in essence, he's a very interesting character because we know literally nothing about him. So this is probably like the opener of his whole entire storyline until he dies, and then we don't find anything else out for him. That was very fast as fuck, to be honest. There must be something more with those two that we don't know just yet, but I imagine probably the next couple of chapters it might explain it, and then he dies. Because that's what happens. Every single character gets that one chapter, like, oh yeah! And it's just like, oh yeah, now they're dead. It's like, oh, okay. Reze had it for a little while as well. Reze was like, oh yeah, we know more about her now. And then, boom, she's dead. Alas. 'Tis the life of Chainsaw Man. Good point, actually. I do actually kind of wonder what... Oh, my nose is actually really itchy today. I do actually kind of wondered what... I kind of wonder who's going to be the last one to fight, though. It's the real question, because... I guess if everyone's kind of converging on this whole entire point, everyone's going to be like, bro, don't steal my kill. And then it's going to enact a fight within them. So it's going to be a fight within a fight within a fight within a fight. It's going to be like a... It's going to be a, like... It's going to be messy. It's going to be a mess. A super mess, as the chapter says. Because I guess they're going to actually have to fight each other, possibly. Who knows? And then, by that point, I guess the whole entire thing of killing Denji becomes nullified because they have to fight each other. That's the only... I guess he's the only person that actually hasn't, to be honest. Everyone else is kind of there doing something. Santa's actually kind of coming full force yet, so that's still on the cards, I guess. I don't know how this whole entire thing's gonna play out at this point, because it's kind of like every single chapter does something differently. That it just kind of goes, huh? What are you doing, boy? What's happening here? And then now we gotta wait until Sunday to find out. Alas, 'tis the life of Chainsaw Man. To find out what happens next time on the episode of Chainsaw Man. But yeah, god damn it, I want to find out what happens. I want to find out what happens now. Because god, it's like it's almost as much as JoJo at this point. I have to wait to actually find out. And JoJo had like a 2-month break. This had like 1 week. But yeah, I mean that'll probably do it for today. We'd probably have to wait until we actually find out what happens in the grander scheme of things, because now it's kind of like Denji might be dead. In a very kind of biblical position, which is kind of maybe telling of the whole entire manga, possibly, maybe, who knows. So I don't really know much about Makima at this point. Makima's still a mystery. Who knows what's going on with Makima? We don't. So we have to find out what happens there as well. And then, yeah, maybe the end of this whole entire fight. And possibly actually might find out something about Kishibe as well, because Kishibe did in theory fly out that window, land on the cart, and get up without a scratch. Well, I guess kind of a scratch, maybe? Who knows? No, not really. He's fine. So there's something going on there. Someone else kind of went ow, and he was like, pfft. So that's a thing. We got to find out what happens as well. So yeah, that'll probably do it for today. So if you have enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, and doing free, leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on YouTube and doing free, leave a like on YouTube, because indeed it does something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a sub on YouTube, because indeed it does something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, follow me on Twitter, or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams are live and these streams I do as well. So next time, some more Chainsaw Man. See you guys later. Bye for now.